you take a duck and a chick to the theater?
Yes, you can. And welcome back to the Chick and the Duck podcast. Myself, Ryan, my brother Micah. We talk about anything and everything regarding pop culture, but mostly movies. Today should be fun. We'll talk about our weeks. My lack of exciting things going on, considering the weather conditions and the car that I drive. Pop culture things. We'll do a kind of maybe talk some NFL playoffs that happened yesterday. There's literally a game going to start in like an hour, but there's that. Vikings maybe next steps. Mention the Celtics, which I think is just fun, and UNC. Some other pop culture things. The Golden Globes. I don't know, Mike, if you saw anything about that, but I have a quiz for Micah, just for fun, and we're going to talk about our top 10 most anticipated of 2024, which was very hard to make. And then, our movie of the week, all that jazz. We will not be reviewing Echo, considering I heard it's not very good. And then I was like, I'm not going to start it. So, but how are you?
Good.
How's work?
Yeah.
How's the things?
Yeah. Work is... Oh, nice. Work was, it was work.
Mm-hmm.
Not super interesting.
Yeah.
Wasn't super fun. Yeah, it was pretty heavy. My routes were, so that sucked.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're getting winter storm right now also, but
Oh yeah, you have snow right now, right?
it's melted now.
What?
Yeah, because the sun's out.
How much did you get?
Like maybe a quarter of an inch.
Oh, okay. We have like 3.
But it's just cold, really.
Yeah.
It's 22 degrees right now, but the sun's really hot, so everything's
What
gone.
is it here? It is 27 right now.
Yeah, we had winds or whatever, so it's like yesterday, like it didn't really get very warm. It like got up to like 20 or something like that, but then it got up to like feels like 5, something like that, because of the wind chill. But
Gotcha.
yeah, doing that. Watch football. Pretty much it.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Nice. Yeah, we had 3 inches of snow. We still probably have at least an inch. Hardly any of it's melted because it's been so cold. Like, freeways and stuff are fine, but like Highway 99 is like still a little rough. Like, I drove to Subway yesterday, which is like next to Target, which is literally not even a mile away. Like, it's like 0.1 miles. And the car was, it took me like 10 seconds to get on the road out of the apartment complex. Our apartment complex is like an ice rink.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like kind of annoying. I didn't mind it. Like, we canceled church yesterday. And this is like, Jen and I have never done this. We watched movies all day.
Oh.
I was like, on Saturday night when they canceled church, I was like, let's have a movie marathon. I'll think of some movies and you can pick and we'll watch them, And she's like, okay, that's, it's fine. It's as long as we walk to Target, get coffee. We did when it got Starbucks, whatever. And then she wanted to take a break to watch a documentary that I did not want to watch. She wanted to watch it about the whatever Gypsy Rose chick. I don't care. And so I was like, all right, yeah, go off. I'll go do something else. But we watched all 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Oh, wow.
Which is like 2.5 hours. So that's 5 hours plus 3 hours. So it's 8 hours. We watched 8 hours of movies yesterday. So that was fun. That was, like, I've done that before. Like, I've watched movies all day before. Like, that's not, I feel like most people have, spent a day at least once in their life where they just sat on their couch and just watched stuff, or in bed, or whatever the case. Yeah. Jenna, like, has not done that, and it was, like, hard for her. She was like, I'm bored. I was like, movies are not boring. She's like, I know, but, like, I'm not doing anything. I was like, dude, it sucks. It's like, Just do nothing, dude.
That's crazy.
It was fun. It was cool. But I haven't done much else. Sold for the church. We sold a gigantic like arcade machine and got an Xbox One Series S with the money sold. So that's nice. So we have an Xbox now and playing that. Yeah, I watch football as well. But I mean, it's pretty uneventful. Nothing crazy what happened. The snow really kept me home doing nothing. So
yeah,
but not too bad. I will say playoff game. I mean, I didn't watch playoff football yesterday. I watched more the day before. Right? It was the day before they played. Yeah, Saturday. And I had a good time watching those games. But I'm kind of glad that I missed. I kind of watched a little bit at the end of the Rams game, which I'm frustrated about because I hate the Lions. So
yeah, we didn't watch the end of the Rams game. You want to know why?
Did power go out?
No, the local news cut into the game.
And why?
To share about power going out in one small neighborhood in New York, Dallas.
How long was it on?
They cut in for the last 2 minutes of the game. We thought it was a commercial. It wasn't even long, but we missed the end of the game. Like, if they would have gotten, because they just ran the clock out, so it wasn't long, but they never turned off the news.
That's crazy.
So, like, the Rams would have got, like, a pick or a turnover or something. We would have missed the game.
Did you see the Puka Nakua holding and interference and late hit all in one play?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Lions. And do you see Kirby Joseph take out Higbee's knees?
No, I didn't see that.
Like he did to TJ Hawkinson? It's bad. Also, I guess we're moving into talking about the NFL, but oh gosh, what's her name? I don't know her name. Sorry. Matthew Stafford's wife said that Lions fans repeatedly booed their daughters to their face. Not one daughter is older than 6. They have 4 little girls.
Yeah, like, it's pretty crazy.
You're terrible. Like, I don't know, dude. I hate the Lions. I hate the Packers.
I don't hate the Packers as much as I hate the Cowboys, apparently. Because I've thoroughly enjoyed watching them beat up on the Cowboys.
I don't know. I'm just tired of the Packers. They found another franchise quarterback. I'm like, really? Why can't they suck?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just like the Lions more. I don't know. The Lions are really easy to people love them. They're like America's team right now, but I can't stand them.
I like Glenn Campbell, but
the coach.
That's about it.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. But who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl? I know who I want to win the Super Bowl.
I want the Texans to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, without a doubt, dude.
Because that'd be funny. But
that would be awesome.
The problem, they play the Ravens, right? I think they play the Ravens.
They're gonna play the Ravens, yeah.
Which sucks.
Unless
it's crazy.
The Steelers.
I think
beat
that
the
the second most likely, like if I had to pick 2 more sets of teams that I thought after watching the first week of playoffs that I thought would be in the Super Bowl, it'd be the Texans and the Packers.
Yeah, probably.
But the problem is the Texans play the Ravens and the Packers play the Niners.
Well, the Packers are going to play
the Niners.
Unless the Eagles lose. Oh, they're the 7.
They're the 7 seed.
Never mind. Okay.
They're the first 7 seed to win.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean.
So.
And the 49ers are a powerhouse. Obviously, the Ravens are. DJ Stroud's crazy, though. Like,
he is crazy.
I think the Texans have a better chance to beat the Ravens than the Packers have a chance to beat the 49ers.
I agree. I do think I do think all of it still has a chance of happening. But
I'm just mad that the Chiefs won.
Yeah, it's just, I was talking about it. It pisses me off, dude. Why do they get to be so fortunate constantly?
Dude.
Like, you're telling me that they won their division, so then they get a home field advantage, all because of the reffing early on in the season. They shouldn't even be a playoff team. And then what happens? Oh, they get a playoff win. Why did they get a playoff win? Because they just happened to get home field advantage.
And it's negative 30.
Stupid reason. And then it's negative 30 degrees, one of the coldest games in NFL history. And then who are they playing? The warmest team in NFL.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, one of the only teams in the NFC. Probably, one of the only teams in the NFC that would have played that bad in that weather.
Yeah, I think every other team probably would have played a little bit better. But, it's like, Tua sucked. Like, he just didn't do anything.
And he's never played in cold conditions.
Ever. I get the whole, like, Miami sucks against teams that, like, any other team.
Too. Like, how do you get that fortunate that you play against a team that doesn't play in the cold and sucks against teams that have winning records? Like, any decent team. The team has to be average, and then the Dolphins are like, no thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, how are you that fortunate?
Any other team in the NFC or AFC would have beat. Maybe not the Steelers, but even the Steelers played the cold, so maybe they would have won. You know, it's annoying. I'm done with it. Although, Taylor Swift's jacket was fire.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Granted, it wasn't made. It was made by someone who's probably a lot cooler than Taylor Swift.
Probably.
I don't know how to say his last name, but that one guy for the 49ers, fullback. Juszczyk. His wife made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want the Texans. I don't know who I think is going to win. Baltimore?
Yeah.
Probably.
I think the Ravens are going to win, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of teams that have chances. I think the Eagles have no chance of winning. I think the Eagles are going to lose, honestly. I think the Eagles are going to lose.
I think they're going to lose too. I think
Baker, AJ Brown, and I think Baker Mayfield's ready for it. And they suck against good defenses, and the Bucks have like one of the best defenses in the league. So
yeah.
I don't think they win. That's my opinion. But
the reason why I think the Texans can win is because CJ Stroud just diced up freaking the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah, it doesn't get harder than that. So
literally.
Yeah, so I think the Texans could win. I think the Ravens could win.
The 49ers obviously could win. I think
the Niners can win. If the Packers get past the Niners, I think the Packers have a chance. They looked crazy.
Because then who would they play? They would play the Bucks or the...
Yeah, the NFC's just not great. So
who's the other team? The Bucks?
It's the Lions.
So Bucks, Eagles. The Lions. Would the Packers beat the Lions?
Yeah. By like at least 2 touchdowns, in my opinion. Based on the two games I watched.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Watching the Packers
playing like Prime Brady
stomp on the Cowboys and then watching the Lions squeeze past the Rams, who I said probably should be in the playoffs in the first place. I'd pick Packers any day.
It's crazy. When I went over to the day after Christmas, we went to the Mayor's, and I said something to Tad about the Cowboys, and Ty goes, "Yeah, he almost gave up being a fan." I was like, "Seriously?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've thought about it before, but this is the closest I've ever been to just never rooting for him again." And I'm like thinking about Tad last night. I'm like, "Oh no, this dude's going through it.
He's going through it.
It's awful, man. They just find a way
to absolutely suck."
After this, I'm going to the mall with Destiny, Josh, and Jenna. And Destiny from the Midwest is a Cowboys fan. And she always makes fun of me for being a Vikings fan. And I'm like, I'd rather not make the playoffs than do what you do every year. 100%.
Yeah, imagine, like, I just don't know, like, the delusion. Like, that you think you're the best every single year, even though everybody knows, without a doubt, that you are going to choke in the playoffs.
Yeah, that sucks.
You're just going to. It's just going to happen.
And it's not even, like, close. Like, they just got smacked.
No, it's always embarrassing, too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Dak is not the guy. Poor CeeDee Lamb.
Dude, they looked... I don't know. You said you didn't watch much yesterday, but they looked weird, dude. They look off. There's something about them, dude.
Yeah.
Like, CD was pissed from the very beginning and, like, never really shows any emotion, but every single time, Dak could not throw any kind of good pass to him. I mean, like,
Gotta be Jerry Jones, man.
way off of him. I said that yesterday. At what point are we like, okay, Jerry Jones, maybe, you shouldn't have your foot in the door of every single thing that happens with the Cowboys, because clearly it's not working
at all.
Because he's gonna fire. He's gonna
McCarthy.
fire, McCarthy, and
hire Bill.
Yeah, but like, that's what he does.
Yeah.
He keeps firing these coaches. Maybe the thing you need is consistency.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
For once in your stinking franchise's life, you're just going to bring in another coach that's going to get them to the playoffs.
Right.
Bill Belichick's done nothing with the Patriots. I think he's just going to come in and just... I don't know. Bill Belichick, he got a lot of issues in my mind from what I've seen since Brady left.
He's
a
still
lot
great.
Of questionable...
Yeah, I get that.
Coaching in terms of, he's a good defensive coach, but in terms of being an overall coach, I think that having Tom Brady definitely carried him to Super Bowls, because his offense, he just doesn't do offense. He cannot run a good offense.
No, and Tom Brady's so likable now, dude. Yeah. Every time I see him on my screen, I'm like, I like that guy. He's nice, and it also helps that he's literally the best player to ever play football. I watched highlights last night in bed. It was 1 a.m. and I turned on freaking YouTube playoff highlights or something. And Tom Brady's just all over that thing, man.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So, granted, a couple Super Bowls he shouldn't have won, but a couple he should have won. He should have beat the Giants twice. He should have 9. So it's all right.
Pretty crazy.
What do you think the Vikings should do?
They think they should definitely draft a QB.
I don't want them to draft a QB if they want to draft Bo Nix. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't want Bo Nix.
Would you rather have McCarthy, though?
Oh my gosh, dude, no. I can't believe JJ McCarthy declared for the draft.
Bro, he's terrible.
I'm guessing it's because he has no option because of Harbaugh most likely leaving Michigan, so he doesn't want to go back to Michigan. And let's be honest, there's no other college that wants somebody who can only take the ball into his hands and then give it to somebody running the ball.
Bro, he threw 10 passes.
He literally, I don't know what team is going to be dumb enough to draft him.
Us.
He's short, and all he does, this is what you're going off of. This is your tape that you're watching when you're scouting him.
It's true.
Who is dumb enough to be yeah, I want this short white guy who doesn't throw passes to be my quarterback?
Dude, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
If we drafted him, I would literally cry. I would probably not be a Vikings fan anymore.
Oh gosh, that would be terrible. I would rather have Bo Nix, obviously, but I want Jay Daniels.
Well, we're never gonna get him though.
Yeah, he's too good. We'd have to trade up.
We'd have to trade up, but nobody wanted. We tried to trade up last year. Nobody wanted to trade.
That's true. But you got to give Justin Jefferson whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's good that Kirk said that he did take the veteran discount. But
yeah, he's literally taking his poor money.
Yeah, which, it's a respectable thing to do.
Yeah, I love Kirk.
He's a multimillionaire. It's do you really need the money?
Yeah, I love that. He put this everything's speculation, obviously, but he was having an MVP season until he got hurt. So it's he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league before he got hurt, and he's yeah, I'll take a couple mil. That's crazy, and he could get a bag from any team, especially a team that needs a quarterback.
What's crazy is that he's yeah, I'll take a couple mil, and people are oh my gosh, are you going to be okay? Are you going to be able to survive? Only making a few $1 million? Are you going to be okay?
Bro, he's probably got a freaking, what do they call it? He's got a financial advisors up the wazoo. I'm sure.
Oh, his money is in everything. He also owns, he's talking about, he owns a golf course.
Yeah. He's got money.
I mean, just think about how much money he's making a year. For
I
how
don't-
long? He's not been in the league for a short amount of time.
When you're not buying a bunch of crap and you're just living with your family in rural
and
Minnesota.
He lives in Minnesota too, so it's like not like had to spend a check on his house. His house isn't like that massive.
He's not Russell Wilson. He doesn't have 11 bathrooms. He probably's got, 5, 6, maybe. That's like pushing it.
Yeah.
He's like just a stereotypical dad that just happens to be good at throwing a football. Like,
yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, so I hope they keep Danielle Hunter and keep Brian Flores at coach. Defense coordinator.
Yeah, he better stay. Otherwise we're screwed.
But yeah, the biggest thing is drafting a quarterback and keeping
Justin. Draft a quarterback, keep Justin Jefferson, which I don't think I'm not concerned with keeping Justin Jefferson. I don't think he's gonna leave.
Well, I mean, he's not leaving this year, technically.
Well, yeah, correct. But I'm saying I'm not worried about him leaving. I don't think he wants to leave. But
yeah, that's true.
And obviously Kirk doesn't want to leave, so I'm not worried about that or the quarterback situation. Just worried about whether we draft a quarterback and who we draft a quarterback. Because, I mean, to be honest, Glessy hasn't done any cooking so far with
not
drafting.
really, no.
So that's the major concern. Is really just draft pick and off-season moves. What he does or whatever, because we still need a few. We need a few options on defense to heighten, especially in our secondary. Secondary is kind of abysmal. It's always we're always injured. We need more depth. We need more players that have the ability to step in and potentially become starters. Like they're not going to be a couple more guys. Yeah, they're not going to be high, like first, second rounders. But like we need to pick guys that they need to spend time studying some corners and safeties because Harrison Smith's on his way out.
Yeah, because he's going to be too expensive. Unless he takes a pay cut, which he could, because he might.
He could, but he's also old. He's been in the league for a long time.
He has been in the league for a long time. He should take a pay cut and just play a couple more years, but,
Yeah.
We also could get Saquon, apparently. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned.
Give Ty Chandler the ball.
I think I'd be upset, yeah. I think I'd actually be upset because it's like I think Ty Chandler is good enough for our running scheme. We don't run that much. We don't rely on it that much.
And
the problem is that we keep playing Alexander Madison. That's our main problem.
That is our main problem. He's bad, man.
So
Ty Chandler Ty Chandler, where he went to college?
Yeah, UNC.
UNC. He needs to be the star. I want to like him that much more.
Yeah.
But so yeah. Well,
but if I had to have my pick, I'll say this: if I had to have my pick with QBs from the draft, it would be Drake May, and then probably Penix.
Yeah, Penix. Do you think we could get either of them?
I think if we were going to trade up, I would rather if we just were going to go all out for a quarterback. I'm saying those are my top two picks. I would not pick Caleb Williams, and I would not pick Jaden Daniels because we have an old man passing game. That's just what we have a pocket passing game.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it's built. It's kind of how our offense is built. So it's like, yes, I think scrambling is great, but the thing is that every QB now can scramble. So it's like Drake May, Penix. They're still mobile, but they definitely are comfortable in the pocket and can do creative things.
Yeah, Penix.
Drake May is a more athletic Josh Allen, and Penix is I don't even know what a good comparison.
I don't know.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
not outside that much.
Maybe a better passer.
Probably, yeah, but better. But he still throws some deep balls.
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah, I agree with that. That's good. I agree with that. The Celtics are really good.
Yeah, except for when they play the Bucks.
They got smacked that one time. They have beat the Bucks every other time.
Yeah, they took the starters out though in the second
That
half.
was bad. I mean, whatever. I don't see a team beating the Celtics in 7 games. Like, legitimately, I've never been more confident. But, you know.
They're good, but the Pacers are really good, too.
Pacers are good. But they beat them by, like, 30 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they did.
That's true. When you said Pacers, it registered in my brain Pistons. I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking?
Yeah, the Pistons are pretty good.
Dude, those poor Pistons, man. They're so bad. Also, UNC's really good, which is fun.
Yes, that's good.
But like, it's interesting because they were like losing, and like Dad was like, "They're losing again," and I was like, "Dude, everybody's losing. Just wait. I think they're good, and they're beating everybody." But
they're good.
People still lose. Like everybody loses now, which is weird.
Yeah, it's a lot more even. It's because of NIL.
We don't have. Yeah,
NIL leveled the playing field.
It retired Nick Saban, dude.
It did retire Nick Saban. Talk about the Washington coach, dude.
Dude, what a
4 days he lost the championship. 4 days later he left, and then people brought up his record, like his history or whatever, and he's like hasn't been at school for more than like 2 years in the past decade, and like he's never been at school for more than like 4 years.
Wow.
It's his entire like coaching career.
Did you know? Here's an interesting. His agent and Nick Saban's agent are the same person. So they knew beforehand. That's why it was so quick. It didn't matter. He was going probably months ago.
Crazy. But then the players came out on social media that he said absolutely nothing. He just left.
That's crazy. You were just in the Natty, dude.
He didn't even tell his players. Wild.
That's wild. That's crazy. All right. There's only like, there's a couple interesting things here. I can't spell. Maggie Gyllenhaal, Bride of Frankenstein. I haven't seen the original. I don't think you've seen the original. I want to watch it. I hear it's good, but the new one is starring like Penelope Cruz, Jesse Buckley, Peter Sarsgaard, and Christian Bale. So I don't have a ton of opinions considering I've never seen the first one, but like that's a really good cast and a good director. So
yeah,
a director I do know, and you know, Wes Anderson. His next movie is a dark espionage starring Michael Cera, Benicio del Toro, and Bill Murray.
Yeah,
this is cool. It's so not
Michael Cera starring in a dark espionage film.
But it's Wes Anderson. Isn't that crazy?
I know, but it's like saying Wes Anderson dark espionage film starring Michael Cera like makes sense. You can like picture what it would look like.
Mm-hmm.
But then Benicio del Toro, it's like actually,
yeah,
could be in that dark he's a dark espionage guy.
He's got that presence. But dude, you probably didn't see this. I barely saw it. I don't remember how I saw it, but there's a podcast called Pulp Kitchen. It's a film podcast. It's like British or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they said that Asteroid City sucked, and that the people on the TikTok trend doing the Wes Anderson stuff did Wes Anderson better than Wes Anderson.
People that did Wes Anderson TikTok sucked at it though. They were cool, but they weren't good at it.
Because it's not Wes Anderson.
How do you How do you out Wes Anderson? Wes Anderson.
That makes no sense. What a bad take.
Bro's got a visual look named after him.
And yet they did it better. But whatever. Top Gun 3 is in the works with Joseph Kosinski returning to direct, Tom Cruise, Miles Teller, and Glenn Powell going to return. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's hard. It's not exciting to hear. To be honest,
no.
I'm really put off by hearing that. but it's
Right.
and then they make it hard though to like because it was so good, and it's like same returning to direct, and the best best characters are returning again, but it's like I don't know, it's not going to be 30 years in the making, so that's another thing.
Yeah, and it's like, where do you go? The ending was so good.
Yeah, the ending was great.
Like you're just gonna cook up another ambiguous foreign threat because you can't say Russia, and Tom Cruise, they're gonna like, I don't know. The first Top Gun is iconic. It's not great.
No, it's not the best thing ever, but it's super iconic.
It's like it's a cult classic. And the second one obviously is just amazing because it was all this time later, and it's like, how good would this actually be? And then it like actually rips, and it's awesome. And now it's like, why? I get it. It made like $1.5 billion,
Yeah,
but
like obviously it made them a whole bunch of money, so let's do it again. But
I just don't want them to do it again.
No,
I'm sure. I mean, I believe in Tom Cruise's ability to make a really good action movie, but
I agree.
Yeah,
but again, the attention to detail and the amount of time to spend on it is not going to be equal.
It also was like a moment in like just history because it was like the first big. I mean, yeah, it was bigger. It was before No Way Home, right? No, it was after No Way Home. But still, it was a huge moment in like movies and like just pop culture. Like Dad's it's the biggest dad movie of all time, So
true.
Mando and Grogu movie is in the works. Favreau gonna direct it. I'm cool with it. Finally, stop making TV shows. Make movies.
Yeah, Star Wars TV shows. I'm so done with Star Wars TV shows.
And I liked Ahsoka.
I liked Mando and I liked Ahsoka. I'm just so over watching TV show.
Just make a movie.
I think that Star Wars is definitely meant to be live action. Star Wars is definitely meant to be in movie format.
Yeah, I agree.
In trilogy format too. I mean, obviously, like I think that
I agree with that.
I think that it makes a lot of sense. If it's going to be a big story for Star Wars, it's going to matter a lot. That it should be formatted in a trilogy, but obviously like a Mando Grogu movie, a one-off.
Yeah,
makes sense. But
yeah, Disney's also reportedly developing a Star Wars What If, which is I think interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I don't know. I think that Star Wars fits better in animation than Marvel did. I think What If for me,
there's so many.
It's just a miss. It's just completely the first season. Barely anything interested me, and I haven't watched a single second of the second season. So
watch those 2 episodes. There's one that I really want to watch, like the Native American one. Like I'm really interested to watch that. I just haven't because I'll talk about it later. I watched a different TV show that I think is incredible, but yeah. But Star Wars, it makes sense. I feel like there's a lot that you could do that's a lot more interesting than what Marvel does.
Yeah.
Like, what if Anakin doesn't turn? What if... I don't know.
Well, they've already successfully done animated Star Wars, so...
Have you seen Visions?
Yeah, I watched Visions.
I haven't watched it.
It is on the level of, like, What If.
Oh, okay.
But more
it looks
interesting.
Cool.
It's way more interesting. The stories are still way cooler. I mean, it's just like... the background... The universe for Star Wars is just way cooler than the Marvel universe, so... It's just like...
That's a take. You said that so casually, and that is the hottest thing that anybody's ever said on this podcast.
There's no way. The universe of Marvel is literally it's just Earth and then other universes.
I mean, it's expansive too, though. Like you get other worlds
and big, but it's just other super beings. And then it's like this has actual culture and politics and ecosystems and all the different kind of things.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's a pretty hot take.
I mean, yeah, I guess maybe that's a hot take for some people, but I think if you look at it for like even 5 seconds, Star Wars has
I agree. A
lot more depth, like I said, in like politics and religion and like the Jedi is a religious, cult. So it's like, right there, more interesting, and like they have their hand in the politics, like they're like a part of like the politics of the Republic. So it's like right there, way more interesting to think about.
Right. Yeah,
But
for sure. I mean, I do not disagree with you.
yeah.
Scorsese, his next film is a Jesus movie. Jesus film. 80 minutes long, set mostly in present day, and he says it will remove negative associations with organized religion. I don't know what to make of it, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I think Scorsese's best movie is his religious movie, or his second. I think Silence is his best movie, but so I'm like excited because I think that if he makes anything like that, I'll enjoy it. But
Correct. I think the runtime is good. It'll be interesting.
it's his shortest movie ever. Like that's short, man.
It's short by a lot for Scorsese, so
It's short. I mean, his last movie's 3.5 hours long.
yeah, I'll be really interested. And like you said, Silence is really long too.
Silence is 250 or something like that, right? 245.
Yeah, almost 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, most of his movies are at least 2.5 plus. So
yeah,
he's got like a movie. His first movie is like an hour and 30. It was 90 minutes. It's his shortest. But that was like in the 70s. And then Joy Koy, he bombed at the Golden Globes. You don't know, you could look it up. It is pretty bad. Although some people like, there's a whole thing of like, oh, he was being sexist at the Golden. Like, they're just jokes. They just weren't great. They just didn't land.
he wasn't being sexist. He's just not funny.
He's just not funny. Like, you know, like I thought the Taylor Swift thing was funny.
Yeah.
Like, and people freaked out about that. I think the most egregious thing that he did was blame the writers. That was for me. I think that's like, dude, just stand up there and take it on the chin, bro. Like, you suck. Who cares?
Yeah.
It was really bad. Like his monologue was really, really bad.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, it reminded me. Do you ever see like videos of like there's like two specific female stand-up comedians that I see randomly.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
There's one blonde and one's dark-haired.
I know.
They'll randomly come up, and I watch them every single. So I'm supporting them technically. I'll watch them every single time because they're so unfunny. It's funny. I'm just sitting there like this is so unfunny, and no one in the crowd's laughing, and it's like it's so awkward that.
And you see comments like that. And like they're not, you don't like them because they're women. I'm like, they're just not funny. There are women that are
funny at all.
There are women that are very funny, very funny. Like, I don't know what you want. Like,
yeah, this is just not funny. Like I saw one and she was like, this was the joke, essentially. I would say, I'm gonna butcher this because it's off my dome, but it already sucks. So you can't really butcher it. But it was like she was like, oh, I was on a date with this girl, right? It was going really well. And then she's like, I don't know if this is toxic, blah, blah, blah. But then she's like, we walked out of the restaurant and she drives a blue Hummer. And I was like,
I
no.
saw this video.
And then she goes, and so I asked her, did you win it in a contest?
And then she pauses. No,
I'm like, where's the joke?
What's wrong with the blue Hummer? It's just not that funny.
Hummer's a nice car. What do you mean? Because it's blue?
Yeah, like what?
What?
Like, I feel like the concept of like, did you win this in a contest is funny, but like, why a blue Hummer? That makes no sense. Like, there's so many things that like you could like have in your house and be like, did you win that in the I don't know what it would have to be. It would have to be something, but
it would have to be something more outlandish. I know that she was going for like the crazy color. Like, who would pick this? Was like the joke. But
yeah, I mean, it
was weird.
If you get an orange, you got an orange Lamborghini with the Nickelodeon like green paint stuff on it. It's like, did you win that? Like, that's funny. Like, like that's because it's absurd. It's like.
Funnier.
It's still not very
still
funny,
not funny concept. It was like, why would it? Where's the funny joke part of like it being a red flag and you not wanting to date someone because they won a car in a contest?
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Especially that expensive of a car. It's like
Hummers are nice, really? Especially if this is a recent Hummer. Those new Hummers are sick. Like, what? So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
That's what his performance reminded me of.
dude. You know what his performance reminded me of? Freaking the Joker movie. That's what he reminded me of.
It was a lot like that.
It was probably a little bit better because I mean he got booed so bad that he killed Robert De Niro.
He started killing people.
Yeah. So, but yeah, pretty bad. Oh, the other thing that I was gonna say that I did this week, I didn't do it. Someone else did it for me. But booked a cruise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, Norwegian. I did this.
Nice.
We're not going on Carnival, which I'm glad.
Yeah.
Norwegian from Miami. We're 7 days, stopping in the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, the Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, do you want to do this trivia first, or do you want to do the top 10 films?
Let's do the trivia.
Okay. Essentially, for those listening, the reason we're doing this is not a planned thing. I just wrote it in here. Basically, with some friends, the Bermans, Mikey, you know the Bermans.
Yep.
They did a Harry Potter trivia night like in October. Jen and I couldn't go because that's when we were in Utah. But they were like, oh, we should do other trivia nights. And so they're like, oh, Rye, you could host the Marvel one, the MCU one. And so that's what this is. We're having it on Friday. You would be invited if you lived here, which is a bummer. But so I have questions from pretty much every movie, but I'm not going to ask you all those because it'd be taking forever. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions from each phase, basically.
Yeah, pick ones you might be concerned about.
Yeah, because the goal is like...
The goal is for
if
me
these
to
are
not be able to answer these.
Because then I might need to change them.
Oh, yes, exactly.
If they're too hard. Because Micah probably knows the movies better than most. I mean, they're like Josh Berman, I think, knows them pretty well, and Brian, I think. But, so I'm just trying to get a gauge. Oh, goodness. What Phase 1 movie does Nick Fury not appear in? Phase 1 movies are Iron Man, Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, The Avengers.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen The Incredible Hulk in forever, so I couldn't tell you if he was in that. It's not a good movie, so I have no reason to watch it again.
Is that what you're going with?
That's what I would go with, just because thinking about it. But
well, that's correct. It's The Incredible Hulk.
Because that's like the only one that's kind of. It started like before the MCU really started. So
what tech billionaire is in Iron Man 2?
I have no idea, to be honest. It's the same scenario.
Yeah,
Iron
these
Man
movies
2 sucks. I haven't seen it in like 10 years, probably.
Yeah. This is such a hard question. I feel like. What 3 items does Rocket say he needs in order to escape the prison in the first Guardians?
Like I know what you're talking about, and if I would have watched it more recently, I probably would have known.
Of course.
Give me one.
One of them is a prosthetic leg.
I remember that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. I mean, a security band and a battery. What's another one? What is the terrorist organization that is revealed to be in Captain America: Winter Soldier?
Hydra.
Yeah. Ultron compares himself to what Disney character?
I don't remember him comparing himself to a Disney character.
He says, "There are no strings on me."
Oh, Pinocchio.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
What character appears in the Guardians of the Galaxy post-credit scene? Hint: he is an animal and has to do with our podcast. Kind of.
Oh, what's a stupid face? A stupid duck. What is his name?
Do you know Tony?
Duck.
Yeah,
Howard
there you
Duck.
go.
Yeah.
Do you know where Scott Lang worked when he got out of prison? What restaurant / like?
He worked at Froyo, didn't he?
It was ice cream.
Ice cream.
Do you know what ice cream place?
Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. Do you know what Edith? Do you know what Edith stands for?
Oh, I do. I totally do. But I don't. Gosh. No, I can't get it. No way.
Even dead, I'm the hero.
Yeah. I knew it was something arrogant.
Yeah.
I could not think of it.
What's the name of Hawkeye during Infinity War? What's his name become?
Oh, Ronan.
Yeah, Ronan. What game is Thor playing in game? Do you know the guy he's playing against? What his name is?
Oh gosh.
It's so written by a studio.
Yeah, I know it's like super cringy. It's gonna be something like with it's gonna be like the most cringy, like basic, what old people would think of with their limited knowledge of like a gamer tag.
It's Noob Master 69.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. What really old movie does Spider-Man reference while trying to take down Ant-Man in Civil War?
Oh, Star Wars.
Yeah, Empire. Gosh. Do you know what Beyonce song Wong was listening to / dancing to in the library? It's popular. I'll just say that. Always played at weddings.
Not sure.
Single ladies. What's the TVA stand for?
Time Variance Authority.
Could you name 2 Eternals?
No.
That's hilarious.
Gosh. Icarus.
Wait. Yeah, Icarus is one. Yeah.
He's the main dude. That's
Yeah.
Icarus. Oh, ooh. Oh, the young girl one. Oh.
Yeah. The annoying one?
Yeah. Gosh, what is her... Once you say it, I'm just gonna know what it is.
A lot of them are pretty memorable. Like, they're so, like, Barry Keoghan's character, I feel like, has a cool name.
Can't remember his, though.
I
know Sprite.
There. I was gonna say it's a soda. Ajax, Cersei, Bina, Kingo, Bastos.
I would have got Cersei. Maybe.
Makari is the fast one.
No, the
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh, maybe could have got him too. Gilgamesh and Cersei were the only ones I could have maybe got.
Druig was Barry Keoghan. Yeah, it's tough. What celebrity appeared as herself in She-Hulk?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. What A-list pop star shows up in the post-credit scenes of Eternals as Star Fox?
Oh, Harry Styles.
Yeah.
I hope they do nothing with that.
Same. In the special this was just for you. In the special presentation of Werewolf by Night, what is Man-Thing's other name?
Oh. Something so random.
It's so random. It's so simple. It's 3 letters.
Is it?
Oh, I thought you were going to say it.
Because I thought, but I don't think it's what it is. I'm going to say it's Ted, but I don't think it is.
It's Ted.
Because that was what I initially thought. And then you said 3 letters. Crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, is it actually Ted?
Here's a trick question. At the end of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, who is the leader of Wakanda?
At the end of Wakanda Forever. Oh, it's What's her face?
Shuri?
Yeah, they're not Shuri.
No. Because she's Black Panther, but she doesn't want to be the leader of Wakanda. That's why it's a trick question.
I don't know then.
It's the dude. M'Baku.
M'Baku.
I'm trying to... I mean... Do you know the Wi-Fi password of Kamertage? That's hard.
It's not too hard, I would say. Because I can, you say that, and then I remember it being
It's kind of a funny name.
Yeah, I remember it being a thing. I think it has something to do with, I mean, it's a Marvel joke, so it's got to be some kind of reference to something. Whether it's just referencing magic itself, or maybe it references, Harry Potter or something. That would be my guess. I don't know, though.
It's Shambhala.
Shambhala?
Shambhala. What are the names of Rocket's 3 friends?
Floor.
Yeah.
Wheels.
No, not Wheels.
I thought one was Wheels. I thought the West's face was Wheels.
The Walrus?
Yeah.
No, it's not Wheels.
Nah, I don't know. All I got is Floor.
Lila.
Oh yeah, the Lila
and Teefs.
Teefs.
Teefs. My name will be Teefs because I have 2 big ones.
I would have known that if Maddie and Blake would have let me watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know, right? Do you know the name of John Walker's superhero name?
Agent 42.
No, Agent's in the word or in the thing.
I thought
U.S.
it was
Agent.
U.S. Agent.
Who's Agent 42?
Because I know
that's
that's somebody.
Question. Agent 47 is someone.
Oh, 47. That's what I meant. That's what I was. All right, no, not Agent 47.
And I don't.
So I thought something was Agent 42. I know Agent 40.
I mean, there is an Agent 42, but it looks weird. Is Jonesy? Oh, that's Agent Jones.
Interesting.
I
think I was just mixing it. Agent 47 is the Hitman dude.
Yeah.
Hitman character. Whatever.
All right. Well, that helps me. I probably won't change anything. I'll probably let him suffer.
Yeah, it was not bad.
Do you know what Scott is eating and gets blown away in Endgame, and Hulk gives him another one?
Burrito.
Close. It's taco. Close enough.
Taco.
Same difference. How long was Loki falling for? I've been falling for.
Oh, I don't remember.
30 minutes. But alrighty, we can move on.
Cool.
There's a lot to be anticipated for, in my opinion. There's a lot of good stuff.
There's some good stuff.
I don't know if you looked into. So I made a list of 70 movies that are coming out this next year or supposed to come out this next year. I don't know if you looked into the ones that are kind of not as popular. But
I looked at quite a bit of them. I didn't look at a ridiculous amount, but
I mean, I ranked all of mine all the way up to 70. Mickey 17's not coming out this year anymore, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
No, but it didn't matter.
Okay. All right. Well, go through our top 10. A couple of mine are pretty basic, but a couple of mine I feel are a little different. Do you have any honorable mentions, ones you just want to rattle off that you are excited for?
That didn't make my list.
That didn't make your list.
Inside Out 2.
It didn't make my list either, but I'm excited.
And Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited about it, but it's also Marvel, so. And
Marvel's it is also Marvel.
I just refuse to. The Untitled Jordan Peele project.
Same. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, I just didn't think and just him making a movie, I thought about putting on my top 10.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was wrong because there's literally like no information about it.
The Fall Guy.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm excited for that. My only problem is that it's like Drive, but not as good. So
I'm excited for it in the same way that like I was excited for The Beekeeper.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fun. Ballerina, I think looks pretty interesting with Ana de Armas.
I think Civil War looks interesting.
It didn't make my list either. Yeah.
The trailer
Bike
looked
Riders.
interesting. Yeah, that trailer is pretty good too.
I don't know if
I'll be excited for I'm gonna watch Alien Covenant. So
the Alien Romulus.
So I'm gonna say that I'm also I'll be a little bit excited for Romulus when it comes out to streaming.
Mm-hmm. Challengers, the Zendaya movie, I think looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm different on that. I'm not interested in that movie at all. In the slightest.
This is so Christian of me, but makes sense. It depends on how sexual it is. Obviously, it's pretty like, but if it's like this, graphic thing, I won't be, excited for it. But if it's just the fact that they're both like in love with her at the beginning and there's that tension, I think that's pretty interesting. I actually would like to see Zendaya do something acting, besides, Dune, we get Dune, but.
Yes, correct, Dune, but yeah.
Yeah.
You're excited for something that's on your top 10, but I'm not going to say anything about it. But I'm not excited for it.
Can you see my top 10? I've updated it.
Yeah, it's ranked. So I'm looking at it.
It wasn't what it was when I sent it to you. If that's what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about now. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, yeah. What? I wonder what you're
number 7.
I think that'll be good.
No, we'll talk about it when we get to it.
Maybe you'll change my mind. I don't know if the other two that'll mention is the Outrun. I think it's what it's called. Yeah, with Saoirse Ronan, and then A Different Man, with Sebastian Stan. These films are both A24. No, BBC Film is the other one who made After Sun with the Outrun. I'm excited for those. I think those will be really good too. Getting in top 10. I'm curious how many we share. That's what I'm curious about.
No, I know how many we share.
I know because you're looking at my list.
I realized we have 3 that we don't share.
Oh, interesting. One
of them is in my top 5.
Really? I'm so curious. All right.
Yeah.
Let's hear your number 10. Let's hear your
number 10 is maybe on my top 10 just because of information, I guess. We've gotten a trailer.
Okay.
Trailer looked good. Concept looked good. And the lead actress, I think, will work really well in the movie. And so it's Miller's Girl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think it'll end up being like one of the better movies of the year if done well. Just based on concept, that's a great concept for a thriller movie. So
yeah,
psychological thriller. So
we'll start getting some information about some of these movies because they're playing at Sundance right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it started today technically. But my number 10 is just because I think he's a good filmmaker and like obviously the concept is pretty sought after. But it's Nosferatu, Robert Eggers. I'm not a big horror guy, and I want to watch the first, like the original Nosferatu. And if I hate that, then I won't be excited, or like if I don't like watching it, or something like that. But I think knowing that like the reason that like I chose this over like Jordan Peele's movie is like I know that it's Nosferatu versus I don't know what Jordan Peele's is about, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
My number 9 is Kung Fu Panda 4.
Man, yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm excited too.
I love Kung Fu Panda. I think the concept is great, so I think it's gonna be really good.
I think it'll be really good too, as long as we get enough of the Furious 5 and enough Poe. Oh, we didn't mention this. Jack Black going to be playing Steve in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Chris, have you seen the video where it's like the guy screaming? He's like looking up at the air or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw a thing. It was like Chris Pratt after finding this news out. Why?
Why can't I Chris Pratt another role?
Yeah, dude. When that Garfield trailer came out and it was just his voice,
It's just his voice. I mean,
I
it's
laughed
like
so hard.
it's crazy. How do you let that happen? Okay, I think Chris Pratt sounding like Chris Pratt as Garfield is fine, but how are these studios hiring him? Because now Garfield and Mario have the same voice.
It's true.
They're the same voice. So it's like,
yeah.
Is that not problematic?
I don't know.
I feel like that's weird.
It is a little weird. I agree.
They're like Mario's, movie voice is Garfield.
Yeah, it's a little weird. They're not the same thing, I guess, like same universe, so I guess it's fine, but it's like get some real voice acting in there, man. And I love Chris Pratt. I'm a huge Chris Pratt fan. I think he's great. But he's great as Star-Lord. And apparently he's great as what's his face? Andy?
Oh, Andy, he's fantastic as Andy.
My number 9, I'm guessing this is one that doesn't make your list, but I don't know, because I don't think you've seen any Terrence Malick film, but it is The Way of the Wind. Terrence Malick, I've seen only one. I've seen Tree of Life, which is incredible, like just breathtaking. And so this movie is a movie about Christ, about Jesus. And it's a dramatization of several episodes in the life of Christ. So, and we don't know a lot about it.
The reason it didn't make mine is because of the lack of information about.
Yeah.
Like a dramatization of several episodes of the life of Christ. It's like, how is that going to be formatted? And like, based on the description, it doesn't even sound like a movie. So it's like, I just want to know more about it.
Right, for sure. I just put it up there simply because of topic plus the movie that I've seen of his, I thought was amazing. And so I was really intrigued. But.
Yeah. My number 8, it's really based on concept. We don't really have any information about this movie. Besides description, and we got cast. Is Megalopolis. Yeah.
Mine's a little bit higher. Spoilers.
Yeah, I know. Adam Driver, Shia LaBeouf, Giancarlo Esposito, Florence Fishburne, Natalie Emanuel, Aubrey Plaza, Jason Schwartzman,
Forrest Whitaker,
Grace Vanderwaal.
That's the
I now know my name.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
She's
now know my.
Yeah, she's the chick that got bullied for singing in cursive to the point where she became like a goth chick.
She's goth now? That's interesting.
She was at least like a year ago.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
Interesting.
Oh, this is that chick. Nathalie Emanuel. She's pretty good in what she's given.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, it is Francis Ford Coppola, dude. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
and the concept's great. So,
I need to watch Apocalypse Now. Holy crap.
Yeah, so do I, but it's not on anything. I wanted to watch it for probably about wanted to watch it for a while, but it's been the top of my list. Like if it was on something, I'd watch it immediately for probably 6 months now.
So if I rented it, you'd watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think if we found a movie of the week next week, I think I'm going to rent it. I've been dying to watch it, so. The concept of this is also pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Concept's great.
Yeah. My number 8 is I think it's a Japanese film. Yeah, a Japanese film called April Come She Will. For context, for those listening on Shun is a psychiatrist and works at a university hospital in Tokyo. He's engaged to Yayo. One day in April, when he is about to marry Yayo, he receives a letter from his first love. They dated 10 years ago. Suddenly, his fiancée disappears. This sounds like a kind of past lives type thing. And I am done sleeping on just like not sleeping on, but like I always like I wanted to do some research into like what Japanese films were coming out this year, and this just looks fantastic. And so Toho is the producer of this film, the company that produces it. Here's what they've produced. Okay, Your Name, Ponyo, Akira, Seven Samurai, Godzilla -1, The Wind Rises, Ran, Ikaru, The Secret of Ariety, Princess Kaguya, Monster, Weather with You, Suzume, like,
yeah, a lot.
So the original Godzilla, 1954,
Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder's version.
That's why I made it so high on my list. I think it could go even higher. I think in reality it probably should be 5. I just
yeah.
Anyway,
very nice. My number 7 is Hitman.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's got good reviews, so I think it'll be good. I don't know if I'd put it above the movies above that I have above it. It's just, fact of the matter. Technically, it came out last year. It just hasn't come out because Netflix bought it and is waiting to release it around, pretty soon, since there's a lack of movies coming out for the next however long.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'll talk about it later. My number 7, and I am curious, this is the one that you avidly disagree with, but I have Spaceman, Adam Sandler film, directed by the guy who directed Chernobyl, which I haven't seen, but it's supposed to be amazing. Paul Dano, Carey Mulligan. I don't know how you could go wrong. I'm curious what you think.
Yeah, well, Paul Dano is a voice.
He's a okay.
My guess is he's going to be some kind of AI. Space AI robot companion.
I see what you're saying now.
Alien. Kind of like a basic trope.
Or like 2001, even.
2001, like very basic trope. 2. Okay, here's the redeeming thing. The dude directed Chernobyl, which is like considered the best TV show ever made. So, and I've never seen it, but that can be redeeming. Here, then back to my issues. Adam Sandler would never be an astronaut. He's a fat man.
I see what you're saying.
He's never going to be on another planet.
I see what you're saying.
That is my problem. He's not Adam Sandler. Yes, he can do serious movies. He's proven that he can make good movies.
Yeah.
I'm not confident that he's going to be able to sell me as an astronaut.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm not giving it no chance of being a good movie. These are just the reasons why it's not even close to making my top 10 anticipated.
Gotcha. I think that's fair. I think the reason it did is because of Paul Dano, because of the director, because of Adam Sandler. And to be fair, Adam Sandler has done 2 serious movies and they both bang. So
correct. That's seeing Adam Sandler in a serious role is definitely exciting at this point in time, because he's been doing great making serious movies. Yeah.
For sure.
So that definitely makes sense.
Your 6?
I was just reading this description though.
Of what?
Paul Dano is he's the shadowy creature.
Oh.
When an astronaut collecting ancient dust on the galaxy's edge finds his life falling apart, he seeks help from a shadowy creature lurking on his ship.
Interesting.
So, I'm sure that's going to be Dano.
Yeah.
What is my 6?
Yeah.
My number 6, I'm surprised not on your list, given the cast. director and prominence of its,
I have a guess.
its prequel movie.
Yeah.
Is Gladiator 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, here, I think the issue is I haven't watched Gladiator in a very long time. And so, I love the cast. Obviously, Ridley Scott's great. But, like, his last couple movies apparently haven't been great. So that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, but he's still Ridley Scott.
It is still Ridley Scott.
And people's issue, I mean, people have issues with Napoleon. You saw Napoleon.
I didn't.
Oh.
I'm going to watch it this week, actually.
So, Napoleon.
And apparently
but
sucks.
Like, yeah, but I've seen that a lot of people's issues are very nitpicky with, like, historical accuracy.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Which I particularly don't care about. So,
I mean, I care a little bit, but, like, it depends on the movie.
Well, if it's, like, really, really bad, but, like, if it's just, like, minor things, it's, like, not that crazy. House of Gucci was obviously big miss.
Big L, yeah.
But I mean, Prometheus isn't that great of a movie, but I enjoyed it a lot in terms of it was just not. It was not good because it existed in the Alien universe. It probably would have been a decent movie if it had been separate from Alien franchise, honestly, because the biggest issues were him very clearly just throwing in things to relate it to Alien as a cash grab. Original Blade Runner, obviously
great,
very great. The Martian is an awesome space movie. Alien,
in
my opinion, one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, without a doubt.
People love The Last Duel.
Yeah, I hear it's good. Black Hawk Down's sick.
Yeah, and he's produced some stinkers, but like at the end of the day, it's like Death on the Nile,
He produced. Murder. Oh, he produced those. I was like,
he produced them, and Murder on the Orient Express. But like, and I'm just saying, like, in terms of his filmography, I don't fault somebody for taking, chill bad movie every once in a while and having fun with it. So
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Gladiator too. Don't get me wrong. I think it'll be good because I love Paul Mescal, and I mean the cast is crazy awesome. So
yeah, I'm really excited to see Paul Mescal.
Dude, I really want to watch All of Us Strangers. But again, there's some glaring, not issues, but things that I don't like. But I also really want to watch Zone of Interest, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I really want to watch Zone of Interest.
It's playing in a theater in Portland, and I'm like, I should just go.
I bet it's playing nowhere near me.
Oh, dude. It's been playing nowhere for the last, literally, like, decade.
Yeah.
While you look, I'll just say my number 6, because you've already said it. It is Megalopolis. Concept sick, cast is sick, director obviously one of the greats. So, very excited.
See, like Fandango got nothing.
Yeah, it's because I live near a town that likes small indie movies. A city that likes small indie movies. You live in Dallas, Texas right now.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Where? If I went to AMC, what would be the nearest? Huh? Holland. AMC Holland.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Not far. That's not very far. That's like 30.
There you go.
35 minutes.
There you go. It looks great. Yeah, Megalopolis, number 6. Into our top 5.
Yeah, top 5. My number 5. This wasn't on your list, but then you changed it. Like, it wasn't on your list like an hour ago. You had Deadpool 3 in your 10 spot.
I did.
And you had this in your 11 spot. And it's
then
it became your 10. It's Nosferatu.
Yeah.
I like scary things. And that's kind of
Scary things are kind of cool. Dude, today I was watching the Real Talk show, Real Talk podcast, and they have their like Real Talk Awards. I think you should watch it. It's pretty, because like people vote. I mean, it's pretty official the way they do it. The video, at least, you know, they have like clips and stuff, and they do a best horror category. And bro, I'm like this, like covering my face. I'm like, because it's on this screen right here on my, and I'm like right here, and I'm like this, like looking at, dude, because they like Evil Dead Rise clips they had, like, and I was like, I can't do this. It's too scary for me.
That's pretty funny. I want to watch Talk to Me so bad.
Dude, it looks terrifying.
I want to watch it so bad.
I don't blame you. I hear it's great, but
yeah, that's why I want to watch it so bad.
Even when she like looks up, it just
too
much.
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it's all right. My number 5 is George Miller's prequel to Mad Max Fury Road. It's Furiosa.
It's my number 4.
Okay. Yeah, it looks sick.
it looks great, and it's Mad Max Fury Road, so that universe.
And it's Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth looks really cool in this.
Very awesome.
So I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I don't have much to say. When does it come out? It comes out in May. Yeah, that's gonna be fire. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, but my number 4, I feel like is not. Wait. Oh wait, yeah, is not on your list, is my guess. But I don't know why I'm weirdly drawn to this movie. It is We Live in Time with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. Just the vibe from the photos that I've seen. Plus, obviously, these two are brilliant actors. And I think it's A24. It's not. I don't know why. It's whatever.
It's Sunny March. Film 4 Productions.
And Film 4 Productions, which has produced some nice stuff. But yeah, so really excited for this. I think that just the premise, the romance aspect, it feels like a past Live Z, like a La La Land type, just like I'm just getting into like these drama romance movies more. I just really appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, two brilliant. So like, I'm just excited.
Yeah. My number 3.
I'm so curious.
Is
April She Will Come. Oh, okay. So April She Will Come was the other one. It was between those two that didn't make your list.
Yeah. Of course I'm going to pick this. It was almost my number 2. I was almost more anticipated than the next one. I still probably could switch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Florence Pugh, but really, Andrew Garfield. Come on.
And like you look at the picture. You look at the picture that like is the cover on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Like he's carrying a tote bag, they're drinking coffee, and like what they're wearing. Like this looks so cute. It looks so good. It looks like I'm gonna cry. Like
it's gonna be amazing. And the title's really great. We Live in Time.
Yeah, it feels such like slice of life drama romance. I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks great, dude. When does that come out? Because August. Gosh, dang it. It's so long.
It's a while.
My number 3 is Hitman. Dude, this looks sick. I'm so excited for this. And I just watched all of the Before trilogy, and so Linklater's like top of my brain right now, and he's got the sauce. And just what people say about this movie. I follow 5 people that have seen it. 4 stars, 4.5 stars, 4.5 stars, 5 stars, 4.5 stars. So like people love it. Like George Carmi movies and stuff. He's the one who's talked about it most prominently that I've heard. And he's like, it's the funniest movie of 2023. Technically, it's got sick action and all this stuff's like great about it. And so I'm really excited. It's supposed to come out, I don't know, May, I think. But I also love Glenn Powell, so I'm just hyped. I'm hyped for the movie.
Well, I don't think there's any release date on it.
Oh, okay.
because it's all speculation.
It's playing at Sundance right now, I think.
Well, no, this is the movie that was. I mean, this was made. Like it released. The initial release for it was September.
Yeah, at the Venice Film Festival.
Yeah, and so, people are just talking about. I said this earlier that it's just going to get released
To
soon.
Netflix.
Like soon because of the break in movies due to the strike.
Gotcha. I hope it does. It looks awesome. I'm so excited. I love Glenn Powell. What's your 2? I think I know your 2, but
I think we have the same 2 and 1. So
yeah.
It's Across the Spider-Verse.
Beyond
the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Beyond the Spider-Verse number 2.
And then number 1 is Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2 might be the greatest movie to ever come out.
Yeah.
Dune Part 2 looks... I mean, we've talked about this.
Yeah, I've said that for 8 months.
A dead horse. Huh?
I've said that for 8 months.
Dude,
probably longer.
Denis got the sauce. Timothy Chalamet's got the sauce. Austin Butler's got the sauce.
Yeah.
Who's the cinematographer? Greg Fraser. He's got the sauce. Bro, Rogue One, the Batman, Dune, the creator, sauce. Yeah. I mean, I just don't think Spider-Man 2 or Beyond the Spider-Verse will come out.
Yeah, I don't know if it will.
I mean, I hope, but I doubt it will. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we're anticipating. There's a lot more. I mean, so the Joker 2 didn't make your list?
No.
Do you care at all?
I mean, yeah, but not particularly.
What about the Lord of the Rings movie? The animated one?
No. I love Lord of the Rings, but I don't think it'll be great.
Yeah, I agree. If didn't make your list?
Yeah. It barely, barely. It was close.
Just missed the top 10. The Lilo and Stitch live action? Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, so many good movies.
What'd you watch this week?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
I've been watching the Percy Jackson show.
Is it good?
I like it.
That's good.
Yeah, I think it's good. Saw Alex. Saw he said that he knows people who love Percy Jackson or he said that he saw people returning on it. But I've watched all the episodes to date.
Pretty good.
I thought they were great, so I've enjoyed it a lot. I think it's a lot better than the movies. So
that's interesting. That's good. That's an interesting take.
Yeah, I watched No Hard Feelings. It's not good, really. So
no, it's not very good. Although the kid, though, he's pretty good.
He is pretty good.
He's pretty good. Jennifer Lawrence, not so much.
No, she's pretty annoying. She's a pretty annoying character. So
yeah.
Rise of the Beast. Yeah, if the movie the first hour is honestly not bad. It's okay.
I don't like it.
But then when he becomes Iron Man, I was like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, dude.
And also it's got to be one of the Transformers does not have it's like TMNT. It's doesn't really have that big of a world, right?
Lore.
So to use one of the craziest villains and do nothing with him for an entire movie is wild.
Yeah.
There's literally no villain. It's you're Unicron. oh my goodness, that's crazy.
He's coming.
He's eating worlds, and like, yeah, no, you barely even see him. He does nothing, and it's like, it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, what'd you rate it?
Probably, I think 2 stars.
Oh, I think 1.5 or 1. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad movie, dude. You're gonna be recruited to the GI Joes.
Yeah.
Dude, like what the heck?
So
it's
dumb.
So random, so bad. Gosh.
Then I watched Dumb Money, which was, I mean, it was a very
Good
enjoyable
time.
movie.
Yeah, it's a good time, man.
Very, very enjoyable movie. So, yeah.
Did you change this, or did I type it wrong?
No, I didn't change it.
Okay, I thought you were a big meme because it was funny.
How to hate sex.
Yeah. Ow. That money's good though. I mean, this is like a couple weeks, so this is not like everything I watched in the 1 week. But rewatch Pain and Gain is dumb, but it's definitely the best role The Rock's ever been in, besides Moana. Far From Home. Watched Jenna. She's like, let's watch a Marvel movie. She's like, I want to watch Spider-Man. I'm like, okay. Far From Home. I was like, why would we not watch Homecoming? Okay. Yesterday we watched the Pirates trilogy all day long. Show Jenna How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
She hasn't seen it?
No.
That's gotta be criminal.
She loved it.
For a girl to have not seen that, it's criminal.
It's so good, dude. I love it. It's so good. I get it. Top 3 rom-com for me, probably.
Top 1 rom-com.
Yeah, you love it. Yeah, it's great. I rewatched Lemonade Mouth, which is just the best. I love Lemonade Mouth. I showed Jenna Prisoners. She liked it a lot. She thought it was really good. Oh yeah. I also watched Past Lives with Jenna. Jenna also thought that was really good. But Prisoners, we watched it. She went to bed because she had to go to bed. And I came in here. I don't remember what I was doing. I was like working on something. And she comes in here. She's like, can you come lay in bed with me? I was like, yeah. Like, what's up? She's like, I can't fall asleep. I was like, you like scared? She's like, I'm not like scared, but I'm just uneasy. So I laid in bed with her and until she fell asleep. And then at that point, I mean, I basically went to bed too. But and then in the morning, she was so paranoid that she forgot her coffee. And I'm like, dude, it's okay, you're fine. But safe to say that it kind of scarred her a little bit, although she thought it was great. It is great. It is really good. Did movie night with Jen's family. We watched Whiplash. That's when I texted you.
Mm-hmm.
Frick off, Johnny Utah. Turn my pages. Great. I rewatched La La Land, which is just incredible, obviously. Oh my gosh, I love it. Jenna's like, are you watching La La Land again? I was like, yeah, shut up, dude. Like, this is perfect. Do you think it's better than the Whiplash?
Yeah, I haven't updated my thing, but I'd probably say it's better than Whiplash.
I say it's better than Whiplash too, which is, it took me a while, but it's so good. And then some new things I watched. I talked about, I think last week, I watched the movie How to Have Sex. It's not like it sounds. It's not like graphic nudity or anything like that. It's like culturally like about, spring break, like vacation, like, oh, I gotta do drugs, drink, and have sex and do all these things. And it's like commentary on that. Really good. I watched Padre Pio, the Shia LaBeouf movie. Super bummed. Because I don't know if you read what I said. But like it's like 2 movies. There's like this government politics stuff going on, and then all this stuff going on with like Shia LaBeouf's like character, who's a real person. But it felt like 2 separate movies, and like all this stuff with Shia, he's like putting his soul into this movie. And like there's like the whole like it's like a meme. It's like say Christ is Lord, like that. Like that's like a a meme that people use now on like Instagram Reels. But like actually like during the scene, it was like intense. It was like really powerful. And And so, like, if that was the whole movie, it was just like this guy struggling and dealing with his faith, and it would have been so much better. Like, I liked it a lot. It makes me want to rewatch Fury though.
Yeah.
But last night I watched Eighth Grade. Dude, I don't think I've seen a more relatable movie. It's crazy. Like, obviously it's a girl. It's about a girl. But like the anxiety of like trying to make friends, or and I had a good middle school for the most part. I was obviously bullied in 8th grade, but like I wasn't like overly depressed, and except for that year, but just like the anxiety of being that age and trying to make friends, and like you meet someone that's older and you can like barely talk. It's like, oh my goodness, this person's so cool, and they think I'm cool, and like what, like like the shut up dad, shut up mom, I don't want to talk to you, like stop bothering me, or like you're exploring just the internet. I'm not talking about the bad part of it. I'm just like, you're just on the internet, or you just like that, like liking pictures and like stalking on Instagram, all these things. It was just it was really good. It's like an hour and a half. I really recommend it. Bo Burnham directed it.
Oh, nice.
Before trilogy, incredible. I talked about the first movie. Finished them, incredible. Good Grief movie came out this year. Pretty bad. I don't remember what I talked about last week, but pretty bad. Watched Self-Reliance, the Jake Johnson directorial debut. It was fun. Like him and Anna Kendrick were pretty fun, and the concept's pretty good, but like there's some like things that are like, wow, why'd you do that? But like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
The Beekeeper. Frickin' bangs. It was so good. Not actually, but
disclaimer, Chicken the Duck podcast people, it probably doesn't bang.
It actually is not like, okay, so the whole thing of like, I was like, the Meg 2 is the greatest movie, I love the Meg 2. That's like actually bad, okay? This is not that bad. Like, this actually has a little like more substance to it. The script still is not, good. But like the action actually was like super sick. Like Jason Statham is like, it's actually like really good in this. Where it's like, if you watched it, you would have a good, like most people are going to enjoy this. Because of how good the action is. That's all I'll say. Like when it comes to streaming, like I definitely recommend it. It's like, have you seen Wrath of Man?
No.
Okay. What's it? It's like a typical, like, it's like Nobody. It's not as good as Nobody. Nobody's definitely better, but it's kind of like that, where like the action's so sick, that it makes it really good.
Exactly. So, but nobody
nobody's
bangs. The Beekeeper taps.
It hits. How about that? It hits. I'll say that. I liked it. I had a good time. But I think I was chemically wired by God to enjoy that movie. So, but then I did by far, besides like La La Land here, maybe Prisoners and Whiplash, like the best thing that I watched this week was The Bear. And like, I cannot believe that I like waited to watch it. Like obviously, it's so good. Mm-hmm. Like, I won't spoil anything because you need to, like, I binged it in like 2 days. It's unbelievably good. The writing, visual, dude. The last episode of season 2, I won't tell you anything, but like, other than like, I can say it in a way that doesn't spoil anything. The first half of the episode is all shot in one take because it's calm. Things are going well. I'll just say that. And it's all like orchestrated. Like, this is so brilliant. I can't even fathom this. How do you think of this? It's so smooth, and so everything's going smoothly. The camera's like switch, and then everything kind of gets a little more hectic and chaotic, and then the camera goes back to like this crazy like cuts and editing. It's the best editing I've seen in something in so long. It was mesmerizing because all the food, they're making things really quickly. But dude, it is so good. It might be like oh my gosh, I can't even think of a show that I've enjoyed, like, just in terms of, like, just how well it's made. It's, like, the best. I need to watch, like, it makes me want to watch, like, Succession, all these shows that, like, apparently are so good. Because I've seen, like, I love Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things is amazing. But, like, Psych's my favorite show. But The Bear is so much better than Psych. It's not even in the same realm, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I could go on forever. It's so amazing. Oh my gosh. Jeremy Allen White, Ed Ibiri, the other guy that plays his name's Cousin. They call him Cousin. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. I need you to watch it so we can just talk about it for 45 minutes. But like, I'm just trying to convince Jenna to watch it because I want to watch it again. It's
wow.
Yeah. It's so good. I really hope I'm not like overdoing it, but I think it's that good that I think it won't matter. It's like watching La La Land, you know? You recommend it and it's like, yeah, it is that good. Or Oppenheimer. But
yeah.
Yeah, so sorry. I could talk. I should stop talking. I'm just gonna keep saying it's good. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Binge watch The Bear, please. Everybody. Yeah. Movie of the week you watched on the plane, right?
I did. I watched it on the plane.
Because not because. You were flying back or were you flying to?
I was flying back.
Back, okay. Nice.
Flying to, I watched The Deer Hunter.
Oh, that's right.
3 hours.
Wait, The Deer Hunter?
Yeah, The Deer Hunter.
Did you talk about that?
Yeah, when we were in person.
Oh, the Western. Yes.
No. I mean, not Western. The war movie? The non-movie?
Oh, it's the war. It says war/Western. Yes.
Well, I guess they're like from a...
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say Western town. They're like from a Michigan, like, industrial town, but...
Oh, gotcha.
So it's like gloomy and they work in like... I don't know, like some kind of factory.
Yeah. But the movie we're talking about is Come On, Joaquin Phoenix.
Come on.
Johnny and his young nephew forge a tenuous but transformational relationship when they embark on a cross-country trip to see life away from Los Angeles. Now, what did you think of Come On?
Yeah. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you said you have a lot of thoughts.
I do have a lot of thoughts.
But I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great. I thought it was a really good, insightful movie. Exploring thought process in the minds of adolescents, in a sense, kind of.
Especially versus adults.
Yeah. And I thought that, the premise of him, interviewing these kids, asking them questions throughout the movies, and they like popping up randomly, was amazing. Fitting with like the reflected, in terms of like the movie itself, then like, that reflecting with what the movie was made about, like following Joaquin Phoenix and the kid, and them, they're like reflecting like these interviews as they like pop up and are being talked about. They're kind of like exploring that idea.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Like, it was so simplistic, obviously. The black and white really worked for me.
Yeah, it was great.
It can be so hit or miss because it's like, oh, you're trying to do this thing, It's like Francis Ha. Like, this really worked.
Agreed.
And I think Joaquin Phoenix gives maybe his best performance, might I say? Like,
you could definitely say that.
I'm like looking at his filmography.
I haven't pull it up.
I haven't seen, obviously,
so
Napoleon.
He's amazing in Gladiator.
He's really good.
He's just not a big character.
Yeah.
And he's obviously awesome in her. I'd say her in Come On, Come On is his best. My favorite performances. People will say the Joker, which was incredible.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah.
Obviously, it took a lot more as an actor for him to do that than these other roles. But the characters in her and Come On, Come On are a lot more complex and had
I
a
think
lot more
Bo.
depth.
I think he's really good in Beau's Afraid. I'm not gonna lie. Like that for me is up there as well. But I think this, like, just the simplicity of it, I really appreciate those. Like I've talked about this, over and over again, how much like Greta Lee's my favorite performance this year. It's like a subtle, it's very laid back. You know. And this is what that is. Like it's so laid back, but like there's that emotion to it because he's this, he's this guy that's trying to figure out his life still a little bit while teaching a kid how to do it.
I just love the way that they use. I mean, the whole thing is to show. I mean, the whole point of the movie kind of is to show the understanding that children have, and how they challenge adults.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was handled really well. I mean, the kid and the character. So he gave a good performance, obviously, but
He was good too.
The character, though, the way it was written, him challenging Joaquin Phoenix's character was pretty awesome. As he's like, his guardian for the film.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool and a unique dynamic to see the kid challenge him so much. Philosophically and like spiritually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think that was a real strong aspect. Like, I love the fact that he gives like the microphone to the kid. What's Johnny, I think, right? And lets him kind of take the lead. When, because like they're asking kids and, young kids about the meaning of life and all these things. It's like give the microphone then, like literally give the microphone to a kid who's, learning this and exploring all these things for the very first time. I think that's really cool. Definitely like the second best movie of 2021. Like without a doubt. It's like kind of crazy. Like this, I don't think this was nominated for best picture.
Should have been nominated for a lot.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I really liked it. This is A24. Big shocker there.
So huge shocker.
The simplicity is really, really good. I don't know. I loved it.
Yeah.
What do you give it?
5.
5? Yeah, see, I feel like I'm at a 5 too, honestly.
Yeah.
These are the best types of movies, man.
Pretty easy 5.
Yeah, for how like laid back it was pretty amazing how like invested I was, And this happens with all those movies, Driveways, why is that the only one I can think of? These I don't know, like Past Lives, like After Sun, all these movies that are so slice of life, they're so simplistic and they just rely strictly on dialogue, but not intense dialogue. It's not like you're not yelling. It's not it's not Good Will Hunting. It's not 12 Angry Men. Like it's like just this very laid back and very kind of like, hey, this is life. Let's talk about philosophy. Let's talk about what it means to live in this world. And I was just blown away by how much I was just kind of just locked in by the writing. It was great,
Yeah, that was awesome. I agree.
Yeah, it was great.
Definitely recommend watching it.
I think it's cooler. I just made this connection. I think having a little brother really makes me like this more. I'm not obviously around Elijah as much, and Elijah can be a turd, I'm sure.
He's not the philosophical type, that's for sure.
No, but like I've had conversations, of course, where he's like asked things, Yeah. And it's like he has such a different view on the world than us. You know?
Yeah.
Even like the fact
kids do. Yeah.
even the fact that he likes every movie says something about how kids view the world, and that's such a pure thing. You know, like even that, it just makes me think of. So
Yeah.
um,
Exactly.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad. I was like about to watch it. I was like, you should watch this. He's like, oh, I've already seen it. I watched it on the plane.
Oops.
So, oops. Nah, it works out fine. So, but
yeah, it did work out because I didn't really watch anything. So,
it's true.
Yeah, I watched one movie. I watched No Hard Feelings. That's it.
What a bummer thing to watch.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, I watched Percy Jackson too, which
that's true. That's much better.
I watched 2 episodes so behind, so
Gotcha.
very much enjoyed that. That was like an hour and a half. So
Ah,
football. So it's been a good time.
You gotta take every hour that you're awake tomorrow and watch The Bear.
Yeah, I work tomorrow though.
Oh, never mind. You just got it on your dashboard. Is someone outside? Yeah.
No, I just was looking outside because it's still cold, but everything melted. So I'm like
how
dried.
how have your runs been?
Not bad.
Cold.
Yeah, I haven't run in a little bit. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's cold. So
Gotcha.
2 days, but yeah, it's been first day I ran. It's like 47-mile-an-hour gusts. Yeah, you're frozen. All right. Live stuff. Get a helmet.